Hi everybody, this is Dvang. On the 28th and 29th of October, Flying Frog Productions had their first ever Dicefest event held in Redmond, Washington, Seattle area. And I was there, unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess. I was busy helping them out. I was actually running demos of the base Forbidden Fortress. Unfortunately, what that means for you all is that I did not get a lot of video or images. I didn't have a lot of time to break away. I was super busy. It was very packed, and I was continually running demos of that game. I from open to close, and both days, and I had a little bit of time for lunch, barely any. So I did manage to get a little bit of video and images from just before opening on Saturday and Sunday, and just a smidgen of in action on Saturday during kind of my lunchtime of a few things. So anyway, here they are. I hope you enjoy sort of seeing at least some of the tables that were there. It was a blast, and I look forward to next year. Alright, and what you are seeing here is a life-size mine doorway for Shadows of Brimstone. Yeah, it was, what, 8 feet tall or so? 7 feet tall? Yeah, it was pretty huge. It was there for doing some photo shoots for people to take their pictures on. So that was pretty cool. And here you can see the giant-sized models. Again, these are going to be somewhat familiar. They were there for the arena as enemies for all comers to face and square off against. For you Conquest of Planet Earth fans, they had a giant-sized Conquest of Planet Earth set made with really large, really large saucers, really large special models. You can see the boards, and you can see that it takes up two big tables there. And that was pretty exciting. Of course, even giant-sized the cards and the tokens. Pretty creative. And here was something that I was pretty excited about. That was the giant-sized Fortune and Glory map and board. So you can see those giant-sized player cards, giant-sized models, giant-sized tokens. That would look like that would be a lot of fun. I am sorry I missed out. Here's a close-up of those giant Zeppelin and the giant Nazi models and giant, heroes, giant temples. It was very, very nice looking. Alright, and here we have the main auditorium. You can kind of see registration desk and some snacks. Here is the 3D Jargono table for Shadows of Brimstone Otherworld. And here is the Targa 3D table, again, for Shadows of Brimstone. And there's some of the first people coming into the registration desk. There's a big, huge line outside. And over here we have the arena map, where people could bring their characters and face off against some of the giant monsters that they had. Pretty awesome. And then they had some tables set up for Last Night on Earth, including the 10-year anniversary edition. And you can see some of those 3D fire tokens and models there. And yeah, it's all looking pretty nice. And you can see this is just one of many rooms. Here you got a Touch of Evil boards getting set up. Some more different Last Night on Earth maps and scenarios being played. And over here you had the giant Cynder, Caverns of Cynder map for multiplayer goodness. I believe that could hold up to 16 players there. And then here you got some more Last Night on Earth. Again, they had a couple different special scenarios for for the day, and then some more Touch of Evil, and then the regular-sized Fortune and Glory. So lots of stuff in this main auditorium. And as I said, on Saturday during my lunchtime, I was able to get a little bit of action footage of people inside, actually playing on the Swamps of Jargono table, the Swamps of Death 3D table. And so you can see there's different elevations, of course some raptors, some slugs, some hellbats. I guess those were probably possibly bog bats. And there's some of the poor hapless heroes. This was a super impressive piece of work, honestly. This 3D table was just amazing. Again, felt a little sad that I did not get a chance to actually play on it. And of course, here's another look at a close look at the Targa table. Nobody's currently playing on it this time, which is a little unfortunate. Couldn't get any action photos. These were pretty cool. Actually have some bodies in there in the pods. Again, tremendous amount of work went into this, and it really pays off. It was really pretty outstanding. And then back over to the arena where some actual heroes are fighting off against the I don't know why I'm forgetting his name, but one of the new enemies there, the Terralisk, I believe. Right. Anyway, definitely an impressive size difference between those models, and this is a new model they did not have at Gen Con. It was made specifically for the Dicefest this time. And there it is. Pretty cool. Let you bask in the gigantic glory. Alright, and some Last Night on Earth in play. Touch of Evil being run. You can see it's pretty busy. Again, this is only one of the rooms. This is sort of the big room, the auditorium. You can see the stage is to the left there. But there are a number of other rooms that had events going on. So here's the giant multiplayer Cynder game. You can see there's a bunch of events going on there. Looks like some Hungry Dead wailing on some heroes. Looks like Wandering Samurai there. A couple heroes over there. They're kind of all spread around. Some of them have enemies on them, some of them don't. A couple vermin down there. Alright, now Saturday morning, here was the Tredarra table, a 3D table with kind of a ruined town on one end. You can see the detail here. And then this big fortress on the other end, where these two sides of Tredarrans were fighting, and I believe the heroes were kind of caught in the middle of them. I don't recall exactly, but since unfortunately I didn't get to sit at it, I'm sure some other folks will be able to chime in there. But it was certainly a very cool table. And here's a little bit closer look at sort of the town area. Some of the, and looking at it from, from this angle, and you can see the cannon on the left, and detail on one of the different factions of Tredarrans that they had painted up. Very cool, very interesting map. That really would have been interesting to see how the scenario played out. And last, but I'm not going to say least, is the 3D town, all with roofs that are removable, and you can play on top of the roofs as well. They've got you know, their squares and everything on them. But here is everything for the town. Even the just sort of the detail of the interiors as well. It's just pretty impressive. Saddlebags in the blacksmith, and stables. You know, stalls for the horses. You can see the church, which did not peek in there, but you can see obviously the various businesses. Doc's office. The saloon. It's all very cool. And that, my friends, is all that I had any sort of time to film or really even take a peek at. That was about all that I got out of my room. I said it was a very busy but very fun time there. It seemed like everybody was having fun. I certainly enjoyed showing people Forbidden Fortress, showing off some of the characters that were in there, and it was just a blast. And I got to meet a lot of great people. There's some great people in the costumes. I wish I could have gotten some video of the costume contest, because you know, those people just were just so amazing to have those costumes. So anyway, Dicefest 2017 was a hit as far as I could tell. Certainly seemed like you know, it was a lot of fun for everybody. So I look forward to next year. Would say that it's probably very likely that the Frogs are going to do it again next year, just because it did get such a good response. So yeah, you know, make plans for next year if you can. I know could have been kind of tough for people who weren't all that local to get out. But it was nice to see a few of you familiar faces that I saw at Gen Con and things there. So yeah. So anyway, I'll stop rambling. But hey, let's look for next year, Dicefest 2018. Enjoy, and I'll talk to you later.